is to win the semifinal game against the St. Rita High School Mustangs. John Bodakovich here, along with my partners Todd Zudi and Mike Williams. As we've said all along, fellas, each week the competition gets a little better, and it's stiff today.
And it really is stiff today, John. I mean, the conference this team plays in, the Chicago Metric Catholic Blue Division, is a very solid conference. In many respects, one of the top, if not the top conference in the state of Illinois. Teams like New Lenox Providence, they're still alive in the semifinals. Chicago Mount Carmel, a team that's always a very good team. And Loyola Academy, who had a very good year. So this St. Rita Ball Club, guys, has played some tough competition this year. They've lost all 3 of those games, but I'm sure a learning experience for that team.
Go ahead, Mike. They come in today, the Tigers almost played for state 3 football in this postseason, and they're going to face a team today, the Mustangs, who are a similar type of team, I believe. They're not going to make the penalties like we've seen in the 3 previous playoff games. And you're going to see a hard-hitting affair, and I think the refs will let them play. And it's whoever makes the less mistakes is going to win today.
These Mustangs are coming in on a 7-game winning streak. And of course, the Tigers have done very well, only losing in week 2 this year. The thing that I've noticed, fellas, though, as I've looked at the bracket and watched it come down, the St. Rita team has really put the wallop on the other 3 teams they played this year. They've scored a lot of points in the postseason.
They have scored a lot of points, and it all starts really with the quarterback for them, is William Miles. He's thrown for over 1,300 yards this year. He's rushed for just shy of 400 yards. He's been combined 15 to 20 touchdowns this year, where he's either run or thrown through the air. He had 161 yards passing last week. He rushed for 67 on just 2 carries, and he also ran the opening kickoff back last week. So it all really starts with the quarterback. And for the Tiger defense, who's going to be on the field first this afternoon, they're going to have to find a way really to shut down, in particular, the quarterback.
Yeah, today the Tigers did not win the toss. The Mustangs won the toss, and they elected to receive. So in every playoff game the Tigers have had postseason here, the opponent has received the ball to begin the game, and it's worked very well in the Tigers' favor.
The Tiger postseason run can be summed up in one word: defense. The defense has been outstanding. They have bent a few times, but they didn't break. I watched you guys last week and saw that it got close, but they were there and made the plays when they needed to. And, you know, really it starts with that front 7, especially Rick Riccardi and
Justin Lowry.
Justin Lowry, thank you, and Reggie Anthony. Those fellas set the tone, but you know, I'm not just singling those 3 out because the secondary's played outstanding in the postseason. This defensive unit really has come together at just the right time.
First round of the postseason, they got a good effort from the offense. They got some turnovers, things like that helped them out. Yeah, the defense did struggle a little bit, but in the postseason from that point on, it has been led by this defense, and it's gotten better each time.
And the defense will face a quarterback today in William Miles, who is a very elusive quarterback. He's a good passer, and he might be the best quarterback we've faced in postseason, because he will throw the ball today, and they have a diversified running attack, and they like to throw a lot of trick plays. So the Tigers are going to have their hands full defensively today, but I think they'll be up to the
And they're the most balanced team that we've seen as far as the rush and the pass. He's thrown for over 1,300 yards, Miles has. They have 2 running backs that have rushed for right around 500 yards, the fullback and the tailback, so they can get it done from a lot of plays. And as you mentioned, the trick plays, they have a good kicker too, and this Paul Standring, whose brother is the Northwestern kicker. We watched him warm up another phase of this ball game.
It'll be interesting to me to see who wins the battle of team speed. I think if the Tigers are the quicker of the 2 teams, we might see more option this week. We might see more Milan Woodard outside.
And I think they'll probably use the fullback trap really to set up the option. We'll see, I think, more of Paul Johnniff out of the fullback trap. That is a patented Tiger rushing attack over the last few years. We've gone more to the power game this year, and then I think that'll set it up for Woodard outside.
Something else about this game, too, I've been thinking about this a lot this week. These guys are not just playing for themselves today. They're playing for everybody that's been in this program who has striven to get this far. They have not made it this far. This is the farthest an Edwardsville team has ever gone, to the semifinals. And so they're playing for all those guys that wore the orange and black in years past.
It is nice to see them down there today. There's
A lot
about
of them
8 or
now.
9 of them at least down there that we've seen so far today. That's great support from the Tiger alumni.
And Tim Doherty, familiar with this Chicago St. Rita bunch, he coached in that conference up there, so he knows a little bit about that. I wonder if that'll be an advantage in terms of preparation.
I'm sure it was as far as knowing the style of play, although I did read this week that yes, they're still a very physical football league, but there are some other where they're starting to open up the offenses a little bit, throw a little more. It used to be mainly a running conference, and now it's gone away from that a little.
You know, we have a beautiful day here today, the most beautiful day you could possibly have for a November affair. And how many people you think we got here today? About 3,000 or 4,000 people, probably.
There's a lot of people here.
It looked like St. Rita brought a big convention. Chicago, they might have close to 400 or 500 people here. So
Here come the Mustangs on the field.
I'm ready. How about you guys?
This is what it's all about. Every little kid that's ever buckled his helmet on.
The big games and the atmosphere at this point in the semis is terrific, isn't it?
Yeah, I've only been involved in one other semifinal game in football in the 80s. I was doing some stuff for Roxanna, and they played Rantoul in a semi at home and won. And man, it is just big time. Every play is magnified.
Now, it is. You can see that last week as far as every big play in that game. It sticks out in your mind and you remember it.
Yes, you do. There's no tomorrow for the winner of this game. The winner advances to the 7A state championship game at the University of Illinois next week, Memorial Stadium. Set for 4:30 next Saturday, Thanksgiving weekend. But the business at hand is to win this game today against Chicago St. Rita. The Tigers gathering up in the west end zone to our left. Will be taking the field soon. And then all the speculation and talk will be over, and it'll be settled on the field where it should be. Ought to be an exciting game today, and a great afternoon, as Mike said, for football, as we await the entry of the Tigers onto the field. They go through their pregame ritual down there. I don't think they'll have any trouble being up for today's game.
And from what I understand, they had a really solid week of practice this week, as they really had throughout this postseason run so far. Very professional group. They work hard. They put the time in, and then you get to see the outcome really on the field.
Well organized. Tim Doherty does a great job of organizing this football team and this program. Tigers are waiting to come on the field, and as soon as they do, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the opening kickoff. St. Rita gathered up at midfield. Still waiting for the Tigers. They seem to be taking their time. I'm sure there's some anxious butterflies spinning in stomachs now. Here come the Tigers. And we are almost ready to play this game. Rick Riccardi leading the team onto the field along with James Conley. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the opening kickoff. This is Tigers semifinal football on ECTV Channel 6. We're back at the complex awaiting the opening kickoff. The Tigers will kick to the St. Rita Mustangs.
We'll get our first look at William Miles. Last week he ran, went back about 80 yards to open up their game against Rockford East. The Tigers are going to kick away from him today. That's just the way it's going to go.
Well, that's the way we've kicked off here lately. We've really respected our opponent's run back game, and I just look for a ground ball kick like Bruce's been doing here lately.
Well, now it's all over but the shout. Joe Broom will tee it up for the Tigers.
It's a great atmosphere here today, too.
Oh, yeah, and
It's a
what a big
terrific
advantage to have a home game. A huge advantage to have a home game today. Crowd is anticipating the beginning of this one. Broom is ready.
I noticed they put Miles not in the deep back part either. He's about at his own 20.
I think that's a good coaching decision by St. Rita.
Okay, Tiger fans, let's roll. The kickoff is high and end over end. We'll go to the deep back. He fields, starts to his left,
That's McCarthy.
slips, gets outside, and driven out of bounds by Adam Jones, where the Mustangs will take over first and 10 at, where are we?
About the 28.
About the 28-yard line. First and 10 for the St. Rita Mustangs. Their backfield is quarterback William Miles. The running backs are Cesar Velasquez and Steve Parker. Wideouts John McCarthy and Tom McLean. They bring two wideouts to the near side here, I formation. Miles checks the defense. Snap, turns, gives to the tailback. Off tackle, he's got some room, he gets outside. Dustin Jumper there to force him back inside. He slips, but a big gain on first down.
Tigers really got caught up in the blitz a little bit too. The Tigers put their linebackers on the outside, and they had the middle linebackers sneaking up too, and the outside ones really got caught up. Good, solid blocking from that line.
Velasquez gains 17 on first down. First and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 45. We're just underway. Four-man front for Edwardsville. Miles takes his time, turns, gives to the fullback. Nothing doing there. A host of Tigers in there, led by Justin Lowry getting up off the pile there. Riccardi was in, Malashevsky, a bunch of guys got to the ball.
Hawk was there
Nathan
as well.
Hawk
did a really good job. The entire front four really got penetration, stopped up that play.
a gain of 1.
Looked like maybe a fullback trap.
Second and 9 for the Mustangs. That's what we got to do.
Yep, shut down the running game.
Wide receivers to either side for William Miles. He drops to throw, first attempt, pressure.
He's on him.
He gets it off, it's complete to 41. Oh, nice cutback, he's got some room. And a first down, Steve Parker on the reception.
Miles did a really solid job there.
Sure
He saw
did.
the pressure right up the middle. All he did was go back, and wait really for the fullback to come back over the middle, and they hit him in space.
Yeah, he didn't panic at all. He just made sure he found his fullback coming his way and hit him perfectly.
A 27-yard gain brings up first and 10 for the Mustangs from the Tiger 28. 10-15 left in the first quarter. Miles, the quarterback, gets the snap, gives to the tailback, missed tackle, and a pretty good gain. Number 43 for the Tigers had a grab at him, but he couldn't bring him down. That was Brett Robbs. Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7 from the Tiger 25-yard line. 10 minutes left in the first quarter. They're in field goal range
Oh,
now.
already, they really are. It's a solid kicker they have.
Second and 7. Miles gives. No, he's keeping, rolling left. He's going to run. Looking for blocks. Miles down the left side. Miles driven out of bounds.
Right
For a
now,
first down.
right now, really doing anything they want. That one stop they had on the fullback, Steve Parker, was really it for the Tigers as far as solid plays here today. Everything else has been huge yardage for this Mustang team.
Well, if you remember last week, that's exactly the way that the Greyhounds started against the Tigers last week.
Outside of the penalty zone.
First and 10 from the 10. Give to the tailback. He fights his way down to about the 5, maybe the 4.
They do a lot of counter blocking with their line too.
Yes, they
and
do.
Patient running by Velasquez really to read the blocks and feel the seams and get upfield.
So St. Rita's starting fast.
Yep.
Second and 5 from the 5. They evidently can get a first down. Or, well, maybe. No, it's second and goal then. Motion to the right.
False start.
And the first penalty
tight end on the right side. False start.
That look familiar?
Push him back 5 yards. Second and 10.
Each of the last 2 weeks, its first drive each time has been stopped by the opponent's penalties.
Second and goal now from the 10. 8 minutes, 56 seconds left in the first quarter. No score. St. Rita with some big plays on this opening drive. A big line, not huge, but they're big. Miles rolling to his right. Miles cuts it up. He's got a bunch of orange shirts. He got past the first wave of defenders, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the, what, 1?
About the 1. You can really tell that the Tigers are trying to stay in their lanes defensively to the point they're not attacking and allowing really the blockers to come up and hit them a little bit.
So St. Rita knocking on the door now.
St. Rita's line gets out there and blocks
They do.
for Miles very well.
Reminiscent of the Tiger line.
Yes.
First and goal, a single wide out to the left, draws single coverage. And the game's first touchdown is scored by Steve Parker of the St. Rita Mustangs on a 3-yard run with 8:29 left in the first quarter.
Took them 8 plays, and it was a very easy drive for that team, too, of about 62 yards.
Very solid, crisp play by the Mustangs here to start the game.
Ended up, it was a 72-yard drive.
Yeah, what bothered me about it, I think, more than anything, is that there were a lot of big plays.
A lot of big plays. It was very easy going for them.
They'll kick the extra point. And the Tigers will see if they can answer.
First time in the postseason they've been down.
Kicks up, and it's good, and St. Rita jumps out to a 7-0 lead here on the opening possession. Tim Doherty gathers the troops together to regroup a little bit.
Well, it's been a while since the team done that to us, hasn't it?
It's been a while. In the playoffs, it's the first time we've been down so far, and
That's right.
we had great success at the end of the regular season. As I said, 8-play, 72-yard drive and a 2-yard touchdown run by their fullback, Steve Parker.
St. Rita, the number 20 seed in this bracket, but that's very misleading.
Yeah, they're on that drive. They had plays of 17, 26, 15, and 8 yards. Some big plays.
So now the Tigers have to regroup, see what we can do offensively. It's important for us today to play our game.
And we're very capable of making it into a shootout. We've done that in the last few years, like Forest game this year, the Pekin game last year.
Teeing the ball up for the Mustangs, number 9, Standring.
He has a slight breeze with him on this kickoff.
He's quite capable of putting it in the end zone. We are ready. Standring approaches the ball. Short kick is going to be fielded by the up back.
Jones.
Adam Jones picks his way through. He's still up to about the 40-yard line. So Adam Jones, what he's been doing all year.
They didn't really scout that very much. I don't know if he was trying to kick it to Jonif on the near side, who was behind Jones, but it got it to one of the better athletes for the Tigers.
First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 40, so great field position. Tigers come out with 2 wideouts to the far side, Jones and Jonif.
Or offsides, rather.
No, pardon me, 23. Not Jonif.
Jack Darlington.
Jack Darlington. So the Tigers come out with a little bit of a different look, and the penalty will move the ball up to the 45 where it's first and 5.
And already the St. Rita team has been penalized twice.
Malashevsky checks into the Tiger lineup and Darlington checks out, so we may get a different look.
I was wondering if the Tigers were going to run the little slant with Jones on the first play.
Jones flanks to the far side, special to the near side. Jonif, the carry, the fullback, crosses the 45 to about the 48, gain of about 3. Spring up second and about 2. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Edwardsville trails 7-0. Thank you. The play comes in from the sideline from Coach Tim Doherty. for the Tigers. Jonathan Woodard behind James McLaughlin. The give is to Jonathan. He got past the first, but not the second.
It's going to be close. 3rd and short.
Good defensive play by number 70 of St. Rita, and that is Chris Baugh, 6'2", 215-pound lineman.
Speaking of their defense names, to watch John Peculus on the defensive line. He's wearing number 73 today, along with their linebackers O'Leary, Berry, Flutie, and Deckman.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers. Special goes to the far side. Jones comes to the near.
Well, this is huge early here.
McLaughlin keeps options, fumble. Picked up by Woodard. He's going to be stopped, though, for a loss. A little bit of nerves there, I think. And that brings up 4th, and the Tigers will have to punt the ball away.
Time for the defense really to come up big here on this 2nd possession.
An interesting call on 3rd and short.
Sure was.
Wasn't a bad call if it was executed and the pitch was there. Woodard had a lot of room to run.
McLaughlin punts for the Tigers as well. Snap is low, he picks it up, the kick's off. It's high and spiraling, and St. Rita will let it go out of bounds at about the 22-yard line, where they take over 1st and 10.
Well, this St. Rita squad looks pretty sharp so far.
Good ball club.
Yes, they are.
Tigers need to continue to not allow the big plays. That has been the story in the postseason, other than this one drive to start the game, and they need to continue to tighten it up.
We had a 5-yard penalty in our favor in that first series. Couldn't make a first down.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Tigers show the run blitz. Broom and Riccardi coming. The give to the tailback. He's tripped up. I think he got tripped by his own guy.
Yeah. They've done a great job sealing off our line. So far, the battle's been won by this team, by their offensive line.
That was Cesar Velasquez on the carry. A gain of 2, 2nd and 8. 6:15 left in the 1st quarter. St. Rita leading Edwardsville 7-0. Double wideouts to the near side here for the quarterback, William Miles. Very deliberate at the line of scrimmage, takes his time.
Ball's down.
Down, and he's going to be hammered. The Tigers got it.
Now, quarterback got it, but he kept it, but the Tigers jumped on him.
Okay, all right.
That's what they've got to do. They've got to hit this guy.
Yep.
And hit him a lot. Loss on the play will bring up 3rd and 10. I guess a loss of 2 is all.
Maybe the first time we'll see a trick play or a pass today.
Well, they passed once to Parker.
Yeah.
So
They're in a passing situation now.
wideouts here to the near side, 3rd and 10. Big play. The Tiger fans are making noise. Motion. Rolling out to, and now throwing downfield is Miles wide open. Number 33, St. Rita still up. Adam Jones finally hauls it down, and that is Tom McLean, 5'7", 160-pound senior wide receiver.
And if you're a Tiger fan, that's one thing you don't want to see is plays on 3rd down converted and end up being such big plays.
Miles made that play. That was outstanding.
But he was wide open. All he had to do was just toss it out to him.
Another big play, and
52 yards.
St. Rita 1st and 10 on a 3rd and 10. Miles looks over the Tiger defense. Gives to the tailback, who's still up. And a good gain on 1st down. Cesar Velasquez, 5'8", 170-pound senior tailback.
They've been trying to blitz Rob, and he's getting pinched off at the moment.
That's what the Tigers have done with the sophomore a lot this year. Usually to success, but not so far today.
And that's a 1st down, 1st and 10 now. Gain of 11 for the Tiger 14. St. Rita is moving at will at this point in the game. Velasquez again. Falls forward.
Tigers can use a turnover at this juncture.
They need something to change the momentum here. Big gain on the play.
Well, the Mustangs
gain of
are,
7, second and 3.
Mustangs are doing anything they want at the moment, and they're being successful at every play they're calling.
The battle at the line of scrimmage is being won by St. Rita's.
Yes, it is.
Tigers jump. Were they drawn off?
Nope.
And that's going to cost them 3.5 yards, where it'll be first down and goal to go on the Tiger 3. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Edwardsville already has given up 1 touchdown.
I noticed Miles is very deliberate in his cases, and he knew the Tigers offside zone.
Mustangs I formation. Miles takes his time. Gives to Velasquez, hurdling, and I think he's short.
He's a little short.
Ball may have gone down. Yeah, it was recovered by a lineman. 77 came away with it. Ray Stack, 6'1", 255, a senior.
Justin Lowry emerges from the bottom of the pileup. It's a gain of 2, second and 1. Second and goal from the 1. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left first quarter. Miles stopped short.
He didn't make it.
Now they give it to him. Second effort.
Well,
A slow whistle.
it's been the start that the Tigers did not want, where in the first quarter already they've dug themselves a tremendous hole to climb out of.
14-zip, St. Rita leads. Or 13-zip, pardon me. William Miles on the 2-yard touchdown run. Referees not very quick to blow that whistle down around that goal line.
Well, if you're a Tiger fan, this is the worst possible scenario you could begin with.
Snaps back, Miles gets the hold down, the kick's up and good, and the visitors from Chicago take a 2-touchdown lead, 14-zip, with 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, that drive, 7 plays, 78 yards, and a 1-yard touchdown run by William Miles.
And we had him 3rd and 10.
Had him 3rd and 10 before the 52-yard pass. Right now, they've really done anything they've wanted to do, whether it's running with the fullback, tailback, or throwing.
This is very reminiscent of the Naperville Central
Yes.
game.
Yep.
Was that 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention that.
Good team. I mean, you expect that. The Tigers have to battle back. They have 3 minutes left in this quarter, very early.
After we settled down against Naperville Central, we played very well.
Yep.
You gotta take a deep breath and come back on them here.
The deep back is Mylan Woodard. Paul Jonna back there with him, and up ahead of them we have Jones and Riccardi.
Standring, he kicked short to the right last time. Let's see what he does this time.
Malashevsky and Broom up in front of those.
And
Tigers have switched.
Jonathan Woodard switched at the last moment.
Here's the kick. This time it's high and deep, and it will be fielded by Woodard at about the 10. He's to the 15, the 20. Outside, goes Broom, and he breaks it outside, still up, and gets to about the 41-yard line for a first down.
One man to beat, and that was 32. Mike Knapstein did a really good job staying in his lane, not allowing Woodard to get outside. Otherwise, he was gone.
Could be the last kickoff Mylan will see today.
Yeah.
I went to a playoff game last year just to watch when Wood River played Robinson. Travis Williams kept returning kickoffs. They kept kicking to him. I couldn't believe it.
About the same part of the field we started the last drive.
Fake, and the option, fumbled again, and Woodard covers it up. We're not getting they're getting penetration.
From that end position, it's come from the corners.
Tremendous play by Tony O'Leary. He blitzed, covered up McLaughlin, and he couldn't pitch.
McLaughlin has not got a chance to get the pitch off before somebody's on him. They've really worked on that in practice, you can tell.
We figured we'd see a lot more of the option. Well, it's not worked. Both times we've tried to run
twice
it.
and it hasn't worked.
That's a loss of 6, second and 16. from the Tiger 34, 2.5 minutes
We're going to
left.
have to open it up here sooner or later.
They tried again. McLaughlin keeps, and not much of a gain.
You can tell a well-coached ball club, though. They're all staying in their lanes. They're all staying under control, but still being physical and still going at pretty top speed.
Well, we're in a passing situation here, so let's see what the Tigers call.
3rd and 12, a gain of 4 on that play. That little screen play last week was big for Edwardsville. Wonder if we'll see that. Into the game comes Reggie Anthony.
Yep, another tight end.
Tight end in this situation.
And flanking out here to the near side is Adam Jones. 3rd and 12. McLaughlin rolling to his left, stops, throws.
Tight end.
Complete.
All right.
Reggie Anthony. A big play for the Tigers, gets it to midfield.
McLaughlin a little shaken up, too. He got drilled. He's down.
Bucket's down.
That may be all we see of James McLaughlin today. It looked like he was holding his head. Boy, did he take a hit.
Yeah, vicious hit after he released the ball.
And you knew this was going to be a hard-hitting game.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what, guys? If he's down, who is it? Dustin Jumper?
It could be Dustin Jumper. That's the only other one would be Griswold.
Yeah.
Zach Griswold, who's not taking a snap, really.
He played a little bit in a couple of blowout games.
Yeah. Well, while they're taking a... Well, wait a minute. He's about to get up, I think. He could have a concussion.
He took a vicious hit. I don't...
And he didn't get the first down. No, it is just barely. Didn't get a real good spot.
Well, they had to go to midfield to get the first down. James McLaughlin still down. Let's take a break while they're working on James. This is Tiger Football. You're watching it on ECTV Channel 6. Uh-oh. We're back. James McLaughlin is up, but he's woozy.
Yeah, he's...
Very woozy.
We'll see what they decide to do because...
Well, I think he has to come out for one play.
Yeah.
And where we charged a timeout.
Yeah, it'll be Dustin Jumper who's on the Tiger sideline.
Yeah, he's talking to Coach Doherty at the moment.
As James makes his way over to the sideline.
Yeah, first snap of the year for really the Tigers' secondary person. He was the backup last year.
Dustin Jumper jumps into the fray. Yeah, 1st and 10 at midfield. 1:35 left first quarter. A single setback is Paul Jonoff. Jumper turns, gives to Jonoff, off left tackle. Jonoff crosses the 45. Well, he's down to about the 45. I'd say that's a gain of 5. Let's bring up 2nd and 5.
They are a physical football team,
Yes,
aren't
they
they?
are.
Wow, it looked like Jonoff had a ton of room, and then they just shut that down quickly.
Holes close up rather rapidly with this team. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
They're not a fast defensive team, but they all go to the football as a unit.
Bertles did a good job of tying up the left side of that line.
Here comes McLaughlin.
Jim McLaughlin, James McLaughlin back in the game. Buddy, you better have your chin strap buckled out there today.
We'll see how that affects him after getting hit once.
McLaughlin gives to Jonoff. Jonoff, some room off the left side, first down.
First down.
Paul Jonoff keeps his balance.
This is
Advances.
the style of running that the Tigers used when Colin Gardner was here. We used a lot of single back sets, getting the corner, and that's what we're seeing right now to try to stop that outside linebacker from blitzing.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the St. Rita 38. 28 seconds left in the first quarter. This might be the last play of the quarter.
Our
Rumbach pulled on that play to get some more blocking help on the left side.
tight ends and the wide receivers need to really get physical and block outside.
This time it's Woodard in the room. Woodard spins. Oh, he almost fumbled.
Tried to be too fancy. May have just been able to juke him, but tried to spin.
That could have been disastrous.
Yes.
Yeah, he tried to juke and almost lost the football.
And that'll end the quarter. We played one at the end of one. Chicago St. Rita 14, Edwardsville 0 in this Class 7A semifinal football game you're watching here on ECTV Channel 6. We're back. Second quarter starts. Tigers on the move, and with the call, here's Todd.
Thank you, John. They also are trailing at 14-0. Down by 2 touchdowns. Each team has touched the football twice. Well, St. Rita scored on both of They only needed 5 yards and could not get it.
But the Tigers are showing some life here. They've made back-to-back first downs here, and it's 2nd and 3.
A little more methodical for us this time around.
They have 31 yards to go here in 2nd and 3. Out of the eye, wide receiver team side. And this time it's option to the near side with McLaughlin. He's going to keep it. He got across the 30. There's flags at the end of the play coming down twice.
There's some late hitting going on there.
They got the first down.
Tim Doherty is talking to the officials down there. It's personal foul against the Mustangs.
Their third penalty.
That third penalty, he was obviously in his hand. He had 5 fingers out, maybe saying that's happened more than once today. So that'll be a Tiger first down. They have it 13 yards away from the first score this afternoon, and really in a critical junction, guys, where they need to score points. They need to put 7 up.
We got to get some points.
You can't just get 6 here, you need 7. It's actually spotted now at the 14. Same formation for the Tigers. It's on the ground, flags all over the place.
That play never got started.
Nope. They put the football on the ground at least 3 times already. False start against the Tigers, and now this week they've been penalized as much as the opposition, and at costly times.
Yeah, we're really nervous, it looks like to me.
Wide receivers to the far side. Tight end Malashevsky here on the near side. Movement again on the line, the option to Woodard. They're going to string him out. Great job there by Flutie. Shook him away, but still going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 20.
They got it together defensively,
Yep.
don't they?
They can really string it out well.
And John have got hammered on the fake.
Yep.
They're hitting everybody on every play.
It's what we've seen in years past from some of these suburb-like teams, haven't we, John?
Yeah. It's a different brand of football. What we got? 2nd and 15.
4 wide receivers here to the near side. I expect them to blitz out of it. We saw this last week. They're going to dump it off to Woodard. He can't make the play. Incomplete.
Good job by Special to cover up just in case.
Brings up 4th down for the Tigers, and again, this time it's been the Mustangs that have gotten stingy. They need to get inside the 5.
That's a very solid defensive unit.
It's kind of what we've expected after hearing about them.
Hey, you know, they scored a lot of points in the postseason, but they haven't given up many.
Nope.
I think they have 1 shutout in the postseason.
Yeah, Chicago Mather, I think.
First round.
34-0. 3 wide receivers. Special and Jones here to the near side. Darlington to the far side, out of the eye. Tiger's going to look to throw. Have a receiver going one-on-one. He's got it. I would assume it'll be a touchdown because the official threw the flag. Pointed in the air. 19-yard touchdown throw from McLaughlin to Jones.
This is the play last week that he was open on.
Great coverage in the secondary, but Jones out-muscled him. The secondary person did not look for the football either, and it's 14-6.
He has been open on that play every game this year.
And a big play.
Put that right on the money. Because that was a well-defended play.
Well, James McLaughlin responded to the hit.
So a chance for Joe Broom to make it 14-7. Snap is there, kick is long enough, and it's straight through. Tigers put 7 on the board.
Maybe that'll give our defense a little momentum now. We needed a big play. We weren't getting it defensively. Now maybe we can get our defense going.
That was a nice drive by the Tigers.
Anytime you answer a touchdown, so when you give up 2 before you do answer, it's big, and then you need plays from the other side of the football.
You know, we overcame a lot of little things during that drive. That was an impressive score.
It seems to me they settled down as the drive went on.
That drive, 10 plays, 60 yards for that 19-yard touchdown pass from McLaughlin to Jones.
McLaughlin throws a nice ball.
He does. And has responded well after the hit.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, you know they want to put him out of the game, or they want to make him think.
Yep.
Is Miles even out? Yeah, he's out there. They got him up short.
Along with McCarthy on the far side of the field, and Mike Wilkinson, a sophomore here on the near side. And that's who's going to get it. It's McCarthy at about the 2. Coming to the near side. They get a nice seal-off block here. They bump him out of bounds. Flags. Boy, they do a lot of grabbing, don't they? The Mustangs, they really grab and they're physical, but
That flag was thrown from the back of the play.
I think this is against the Mustang.
yeah.
Illegal block.
It was. I think McCarty got blocked.
Like I said, they do a lot of blocking in the back. They hold with the jersey. They are physical, but they're a heavily penalized team. They had 22 penalties between them and Rockford East last week.
That's the style they play up there.
Well,
And a lot of them were unsportsmanlike last week.
You know, another thing, if you're in the semifinals, you usually think that the refs are going to let you play. So therefore, you're going to take advantage of that.
Yeah. 11:03 left here. And the first half, Tigers trail 14-7.
Boy, it's no time to get stupid.
And it's Miles. In motion, McCarthy. Ball on the ground. Miles going to get it, but it's going to be a big play for the Tigers. And about the 5-yard line. Call that a 13-yard loss. Kevin Malashevsky tries a trick play, and fortunately for them, Miles picked it up. He was the only white jersey around that football.
But it was also dangerous. That kid picked the ball up, and it's kind of a broken play. He can go.
You know, I was surprised he picked that up. He said there's a spell on him, but he picked it up really well.
He wanted to run with it.
Yes, he did.
Well, the Tigers could certainly use a turnover here. First and 22. 4 wideouts trying to spread the Tigers out. Nobody in the backfield. In motion, McCarthy. They're going to fake the pitch to the fullback, Anthony. Let him get through for the secondary. Jones got there. They did pick up about 6 or 7.
Riccardi finished him off.
Anthony there along then with Woodard. You know, we were talking about this defense. They've only given up 20 points, St. Rita, in the postseason. They don't give up very many.
3rd and 15. Big third down
Big
play.
third down.
Got to stop him here.
It's Fitzgibbon to the near side along with McCarthy. 2 wide receivers also to the far side. The lone back is with fullback Parker. In motion, McCarthy again. They're going to look to throw. Tigers get pressure. And there's flags. Delay a game.
You saw that too, though. That looked like a quarterback draw.
Yep. It was a good call. Tigers blitz with Anthony from the outside. He's got to do a better job of getting his legs and at least slowing him down. He really tackled him with shoulder level, and he ran right through it.
That's a good safe call when you're deep in your own territory like that.
Yeah.
Especially if you got an athlete like Miles.
If you got a kid that can make the plays.
Yeah. Makes it 3rd and 20 at their own 8 here. 9:27 left first half. Same formation. In motion now. So far to the near side. That is McLean. They're going to look to throw. Broom getting pressure. He gets through. They have blockers out there. He has a first down and more.
I'll be darned.
Can you imagine? He's across the 35 to about the 38.
So flags.
30 yards on the 3rd down play, and every big play they've converted on.
Every 3rd down play they have.
Well, we was worried about this Miles being the difference, and so far he has been.
He's an athlete.
And it's not so far been the speed, it's been the strength.
Yeah, he's tough. He's big and tough.
And West Ham adds 5'11", 185. Spreading out the Tigers again. Gonna let the quarterback make plays. In motion, McCarthy. Time to the fullback, Parker. Hawks load him up. Malashevsky and Lowry cleaned up, but 2-3 more yards on first down.
Boy, that was a big play by Miles.
Sure was.
We could have put him in a punting situation. We've been sitting pretty good.
Every time we have had them, though, 3rd and long, they've gotten the first down. I don't think they've converted every third down.
Oh, yeah, every third down they've had, because this is their 3rd drive. They scored on their first 2. Brings up 2nd and 7. They have the football at their own 40.
We cannot let them score.
Nope. Receiver in motion. Anthony gonna blitz, flags again. Looks like delay a game against, what is that, about 7 or 8 penalties already here in the first half.
Second delay of game in this drive. But they've overcome their penalties thus far.
Yeah, that's been the difference.
And they're going to call a timeout, St. Rita staff, to talk things over. They can't be pleased, really, with shooting themselves in the foot. We'll take a break here. 8:08 left here, first half. Tigers trail St. Rita at 14-7. You're watching Tiger football right here on ECTV, Channel 6.
Damn.
The Mustangs have it 2nd and 12, their own 35. 8:08 left here in the first half. Stick with the 4 wideouts. In motion is McCarthy again. They're going to dump it off to him. He makes the catch. Cuts it inside. Malashevsky on the tackle. They did pick up about 4. Brings up another 3rd down chance for this team to convert. They've had a 52-yard gain on a 3rd down and a 29-yarder.
And a 30, what was that play Miles made, 38 yards or 30?
29.
29.
Malachevsky can't play today.
Yeah.
We've been called his name a few times. He's made 5 or 6 times.
He's had to make some out there on that perimeter.
They only need 7 here. Out of the shotgun this time. In motion is Brandon Williams. And they're going to fake handoff. They're going to option here to the near side. Tigers string him out. And they're going to stop him for the first time. He still got away from him, but the whistles blew the play dead. So here's the first 4th down chance. And the first punt today for St. Rita.
Well, I tell you what, if I wouldn't hold on. I keep holding on to him till the referee tells me to let go.
I think that's what they did too.
Because that kid, he is strong.
Really strong. This Paul Standring, the punter, is a backup quarterback. He's a left-hander. He does kick with his right foot.
Yeah, now they're spreading people out.
Nobody back for the Tigers. It's low. Tigers come after it. They push him.
No penalty. Now don't
falls down. He was blocked into him. He's going to get a Tiger roll and bounce backwards. They'll have the football at their own 36 here. 6:28 left. A chance here to tie it up if they can put it in.
Wouldn't it be big to go into there and tied up at halftime after being down by 2?
That was a good defensive scheme there by Coach Doherty, not putting anybody back, putting an extra man on the line.
Yeah, I started thinking about it when they spread those guys out. I thought, what's going on here?
Like Todd said, Stanring, you know, he's a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I'm sure they saw that same formation in film this year, so it wasn't new to them. The long back is Johnny. 2 tight ends. Tiger's going to throw. Going to go one-on-one with Woodard. He's running out there. Got great coverage by McCarthy. Tigers tried to go right back to the air.
We got Meyer that call.
Yep.
I think Woodard made his cut a little too soon there. I think he was supposed to go out more of a straight fly pattern instead of cut back in. That's what the pass looked like anyway.
And they have that safety. He's playing about 15 yards off the line of scrimmage.
When you can not get out of your lanes and pass defense, you know you're a well-coached ball club. McCarthy was right where he was supposed to be. Trips to the far side. Jones, a wing back, in motion now is Woodard. He gets the handoff. And he slips and falls. One of those linebackers, Matt Deckman at 5'8", 190, just stayed where he was supposed to be.
That was a new wrinkle this week. We hadn't seen with the motion and Woodard coming across, getting the inside handoff.
It didn't fool anybody, though.
No, it didn't. Even if he had been successful in keeping his feet, I don't think he would have gained much.
Tigers converted a big 3rd down on their last drive. They need one here. They have it 3rd and 10. Woodard to the near side, Jones to the far side. Johnif the lone back.
Anthony's back in the tight end
And they're going to
set.
throw again, getting pressure. He's open. He's going to throw. It's a 40. Behind him, on the shoulder, still right down in single coverage.
I'll tell you what, that kid's got guts.
It was a floater, too, that just didn't appear to be like it was ever going to come down. And again, McLaughlin got hit.
McLaughlin felt the pressure coming. He got the ball off, and what a catch by Jones.
24-yard play as they convert on 3rd and 10, makes it 1st and 10, and they're going to option. He got away from the linebacker, got hit, still on his feet, diving forward for a couple more.
Boy,
There was
Marty's. Oh, he's hot.
He's hot. Looked like Jones got slammed down at the end. Jones went head over heels, almost right on top of Woodard, as they're also really hitting right at the knees with Woodard. Well, this was a knock last week against Rockford East, and then what Rockford East did, they retaliated and got penalized a lot last week.
In the second half.
They got down early, and they just made it into a brawl more than a game last week.
That kid dove and he took a dive at the knee.
3 wideouts. Johnif, fullback. He's going to get the football. He's not going to get much of anywhere, and they're still hitting after the play there, downfield and at the point of attack.
This is where we just have to try to stay calm.
Yep.
Let them get the penalty.
You make your point when you put the football in the end zone, don't you?
Yep.
Makes it 3rd and 6, 4:15 left first half. Tigers still trailing by 7 and 14-7. Out of the eye this time, wide receivers each way. The running game has been shut down. The Tigers have been effective with the pass, and they're going to look to throw again. Going one-on-one, the wide receiver Jones stopped his pattern, and I guess McLaughlin decided just to throw the football away.
That was one of those plays where they want to show option and then come back and throw.
Tigers will go for it
Oh,
here
yeah,
at
they'll go
4th
for it.
and 6. Football at the Mustang 36. See what Tim Doherty has in his bag of tricks.
They're certainly not afraid to throw it today.
No.
Well, they're going to have to throw it today. They're going to have to.
This time, trips to the near side. The back is Johnif. If they're physical on the wide receivers. Got the block out there. Receiver open, that's Woodard. There's bumping downfield. Good job position-wise again by McCarthy. He looks like their best cover man. Tigers can't convert on 4th down and 6.
Looked like to me Milan turned the wrong way. Was looking for the ball over the outside, and it came on the other side of him, but still he was covered.
What they've done, since we're throwing more deep than anything, they've got their safety back, and what he does, he just runs right in front of our wide receivers to slow them down.
Yeah.
Out of the eye this time. If they go back to Smash Mouth. Tiger fans start to get involved. They knock down the bunker. He's going to lose a couple yards.
We have all our timeouts, or do we take one?
We have not taken one.
We have all 3.
That was Malacheski on that.
That was Matt Wagner in the backfield.
Reggie Anthony really came in and put a lick on the ball carrier.
Wagner's first carry drops him back a yard.
He'll be back.
Wagner's still in there along with Parker. 2 backs. And they're going to fake the handoff and roll the quarterback. Malashevsky, he slips, he's going down. Malashevsky got there, but Jonathan for the sack.
Well, Justin Lowry got in there and made him get in a hurry.
Malashevsky also came from the outside, and this is 3rd down again, 2:55 left. Clock continues to run. We do have our timeouts left.
Well,
Another 3rd and 11.
This
Need
is
a big
where
play.
this is where the Mustangs have killed us all day long. They
Yep.
converted 3 big 3rd down plays. We've got to stop them here.
Tiger team battling right away as we near the end of the first half. 3 wideouts. Tigers at the middle scrimmage. Here comes Riccardi. Lowry getting through. They have a screen out there. Johnny knocked him back. He's still going.
Got the first down.
Nope. He just got back to the
Oh,
start.
okay, I couldn't see the other marker.
Yep, it'll be 4th down. Great job there by Paul Johnif to hit him,
Slow him down.
slow him down, and the rest
Jonathan has been a big addition to the defense. He didn't start on defense this year.
Well, that was huge there with 2 minutes in the first half, because that was our biggest defensive series of the game. We couldn't let them make it.
We're not taking a timeout. This time we will have Jones going back. Clock under 2 minutes now. Surprised. As they spread them out again.
They're taking the time off the clock, too.
And they just moved flags on the play.
Game. That's not a bad penalty. That's not a bad
I think it was a false start. Maybe the delay came first, but 48 here on the near side. John Carberry.
That stops the clock, at least.
And that's what it was, the false start, illegal procedure.
Glad to see that clock stopped.
Could we use a blocked punt here?
Oh, man, wouldn't that be big?
That was
Or
a good
return.
penalty there by Mustangs. They got clocked off. They don't know the Tigers get
Clock's still running.
left.
Why haven't we called the time? It did not run in this situation last week, but it's still running here.
I thought it stopped on a penalty. No.
Tigers getting pressure. Hardy trying to get there. Going to call a fair catch. Running right by the Tiger ball carrier.
Not a lot of time.
No,
The Tigers
60-some yards to get, 118 left.
The Tigers have all 3 of their timeouts left. They don't they, or this 2?
We have all 3 left.
So they can make some sideline patterns here, and we can move the ball down the field. We got time.
We will get the ball at the beginning of the second half.
We've not had a big running play. Be nice to bust one here. First and 10 at their own 37. Tigers will go with no tight ends. 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. They're going to spread him out and run with John if he's not getting anything. Actually lost about a yard. The trap has not worked today.
No, they are good tacklers.
Yep. Done a better job than what we really have here in the first half.
Well, the clock's still running. I guess we're content to let the clock run.
They are very sure-handed.
I think until we bust one and get a first down, we probably will let the clock run.
Yeah.
They've got to be content, only down 7, I think, going in at the break.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
We'll get the football to start the second half.
It looked like it could have been a lot more.
We could score at least a field goal here and get the football. Be a nice sway here on 2nd and 11 and 40 seconds left to go in the half. We're going to option and pitch with Woodard. We do seal off the corner. There's Woodard. He dives for the yard marker. Clock stops at 33 seconds left.
He got out of bounds. Well, guys,
Nope,
you know
he
what?
did not get it. They must have stepped out of bounds before the 45. We're going to let the clock run.
Now timeout called by us.
Timeout for the Tigers, 28 seconds left.
It's starting to settle down into a little bit of a football game now. We were very tentative when we came out.
Why are we calling a timeout now?
No.
3rd and 3.
28 seconds left
I
here.
think he wanted to save himself if they did get the first down. Must have stepped out of bounds because he did dive for the yard marker and actually landed about where the orange marker is. One of the few times we've gotten the corner.
Hey, I tell you what, you win the 50-50 today, you might make a few bucks. A lot of people here.
A lot of people here.
This is more like baseball weather than it is football weather. Something out here today.
Swimming weather, isn't it?
I saw a guy walking around out there with that no shirt on and barefoot.
It's supposed to be, what, about 75 today?
Yeah.
Good football weather.
What do you think we'll do now? It's a timeout. 3rd and 3.
3 wideouts. Again out of the eye. Tigers gonna dump it off to Jones. Gonna make a catch. He has a first down and more.
Get out of bounds,
Wants to get out of bounds. He won't do so. Clock runs to 20. They need to take a
Now they do
timeout.
it. They got the
at
time.
19.8.
And I believe that's the first time we've seen that play to Adam Jones.
We've run it a few times this season. First today.
Okay, I thought they usually
Now
throw the Woodard
clock
out there.
will run once they put it in play. Gonna spike it down at 17.4.
Well, now they got a chance to talk things over and see what they can set
Throw
up.
it to the end zone or set
I would
something
throw it
up.
downfield. Why not?
Yep.
especially if Special or Jones can maybe
How many
make a play.
games, guys, have we had at the end of a half we've thrown the football probably double what we've rushed the football? That's
Yeah.
going to be the case this afternoon.
I think so.
We're 4 of 8 through the air, McLaughlin, today.
Joe Broom is kind of warming up over there in case he gets the chance.
Yeah.
Bring everybody over to the left, far side.
4 wide receivers. They look the blitz out of it from the near side. That's Deckman. They're going to dump it off to Woodard. He can't make the play.
It was a
Incomplete.
forward pass.
I mean, that's just a screen with all those guys out there. That's what that is.
Yeah, but that play has been well scouted.
Yeah.
And Milan should have caught that ball.
Yeah. Hit him in the hands. You're on 3rd and 10.
"13 seconds, almost 14 seconds left.
This time we'll bring in a tight end for Special. We'll have 2 tight ends in there. The wide receiver is Jones. Maybe we'll go one-on-one again with him. Nope, Woodard here to the near side. McLaughlin gonna throw deep with Jones. Receivers open. Running down there. It's gonna be dropped. 7.5 left.
Throw was just a little late.
See what the Tigers decide to do.
Jones got the separation on the outside.
If he could have let him,
Yeah.
would have been a chance.
Yeah, it was well underthrown.
Really solid man-to-man coverage, though.
Oh man, who's their cover guy?
That was Mike Knapstein, number
Boy.
32, I think. Also on that side is Standrig.
Yeah, they've got some great cover guys back there.
Tigers gonna take a timeout here with just under 8 seconds
I mean,
left.
even that catch Jones made to get the first down out here in midfield, he was well covered. It was just an outstanding individual effort.
Well, it's 4th and 10. This might be the last play.
I think the Tigers will go into the locker room at halftime and make some adjustments.
Why don't we
and try
flood
to
the end
regroup.
zone with this last play? What we got to lose?
What do you mean, Hail Mary?
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd do Hail Mary
Well,
against
why
St.
not?
Rita's.
this is
The
semi-final.
only thing, you put yourself in danger there if they come and hit your quarterback.
Yeah.
No blocking in there.
I would just run a play, go in at halftime and see what we can regroup
Oh, you
with.
run a play and the clock will stop. It's 4th down.
Oh, that's right. Well, of course, that's why we're all up here guessing about
So
it.
you,
4th down. Let's flood the end
they're
zone.
gonna punt it. They're gonna punt it away.
Now that I'm not sure I do.
Well, they're not gonna bring somebody back. So they won't be coming after it.
They haven't punted it yet.
Had trouble having the right people on the field.
There's their 11th.
Yeah.
Snaps there, kick is on the way. Took a little while getting off. It's gonna take a bounce at about the 13-14.
That'll be it,
Go
a half and a
inside
half.
the 5, and that'll do it for the first half. Tigers trail St. Rita at 14-7, but got down 14 and battled back, and ended up playing a very solid second quarter. Well, we're through 2 quarters. Tigers will get the football as we start the 3rd. You're watching the semifinals here. Watching Tiger football also right here on ECTV, Channel 6.
We would like to congratulate the EHS varsity cheerleaders who competed in the Medicare regional competition earlier today. The cheerleaders won 5th place in the varsity co-ed division and also qualified to compete at the Medicare National Championship this March in Orlando, Florida. Congratulations to Coach Don Reeder and the EHS varsity cheerleaders. And now, a halftime performance by the EHS varsity compound squad. Can we back it up just a little bit?
In this Class 7A semifinal game, the winner of this game goes to the state championship game next Saturday at 4:30 at Memorial Stadium on the campus of the University of Illinois. This game got off to a horrendous start for Edwardsville, guys.
It really did. They took their first two drives down for 7 points apiece and got out by 14 and really made it difficult on the Tigers. But then after giving up the second touchdown, we really responded, didn't we?
Yeah, we played much better in the second quarter. We scored our touchdown, we held them down to nothing, got back in the game. And you have the feeling with the Tigers getting the ball here to start the second half that maybe they can get some going, only down by 7.
In a way, they've taken a key from our playbook, though. They have stopped our running attack almost completely.
They really have. So far, 15 carries for the Tigers for 28 yards each. The Tigers backs, Jonathan with just 14, Woodard with 18, so both under 20 yards. That hasn't happened very often. And the Tigers have thrown the football 10 times already. McLaughlin 4 of 10 for 66 yards. And for the first half, we only have 94 yards to speak of.
Well, the offense is kind of reminiscent of last week.
Yep.
But this is a lot better team we're playing this week than last week. They don't seem to be making silly mistakes. They're a lot better coached team. Their quarterback is quite athletic, hard to bring down, and the battle of the lines is being won by St. Rita.
On both sides of the football.
That's what surprised me most about their quarterback. I mean, I respected his athletic ability, but he's so strong.
Yes,
he breaks tackles.
He's already run the football 8 times for 33 yards. He did have a 29-yarder and a 15-yarder, so he's lost yardage 3 times this afternoon. They have 95 on the ground. 92 through the air for 187 miles, 4 of 4 passing today. So he's pretty much as good as advertised.
We get the ball to start the second half. We'll take a quick break, and Mike will be back with the third quarter play-by-play. This is Tigers semifinal football on ECTV Channel 6.
Okay, we're back, Tiger fans, for the third quarter. A little slow getting started here. The Tigers will receive the kickoff in this half. They're discussing some things out there in the middle of the field with the refs. And the Tigers will receive.
Unsportsmanlike.
Against us?
Against them.
No, against them.
Against
What
them.
in the world?
I don't know.
Well, they were late coming out.
That's probably it, John. They were late coming out of the locker room.
Very late coming out.
So the ref has assessed a penalty against the Mustangs on the kickoff here to begin the second half, and that's why we had the delay.
Well, the Tigers should get very good field position. If we can put 7 on the board to tie this one up, what a second half this could turn out to be.
Well, the offensive plan needs to come out here, get something established. Hopefully we made some adjustments.
Kicking all the way back at their own 25.
Boy, that was a
break.
Really silly. Chance to go to the state championship game and to start a second
You know
half
what,
to get
though?
assessed
I
on
have a
it.
feeling this team could get into some silly penalties.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, they did last week. 22 in that game against Rockford East combined, and a lot were unsportsmanlike.
So we're about ready for the kickoff here. Woodard, the deep man, to the near side. Jonathan to the right. And the kickoff is to Woodard. He grabs it, picks it up about the 30-yard line. He's at the 40. He's up the middle, gets across midfield, and he is tackled at about the 45-yard line of the Mustangs.
Good field position.
Tiger offensive line really needs to start assert itself. Open up some holes, get the Tiger offensive moving. If they can move the football, confidence will build.
That's right, Todd. I think that's the key to this whole second half. So here's the Tigers now, 1st and 10 at about their 46. High formation. McLaughlin hands off to Woodard to tailback. Absolutely nothing there. Crunched at the line of scrimmage. And it will be 2nd and 10.
Boy, the line of scrimmage just gets gunked up.
It just swallowed like a hole, but Woodard really could have gone one-on-one outside there. Guess he didn't see that the outside on the right side of the line was so open.
There hasn't been much today between the tackles for the Tigers. 2nd and, we'll call it 9. High formation once again. Pitch on the option to Woodard outside. He is tackled.
It's a fumble. Malashevsky's got it.
And
Malashevsky was in position.
Very tentative on the outside. Woodard looked like he had a lot of space. I know he had some tacklers coming at him, but usually he goes one-on-one right at him.
so Malachevsky recovers the fumble, and the ball is placed back at about the 50-yard line.
Our execution on the pitch has been awful today.
It looked like a good one, too, right at his hands.
And it'll be 3rd and 14.
I don't know what the deal is. It's like we're tentative or something.
Another passing situation for the Tigers. First series of the 3rd quarter. Standard I, receivers right and left. Deep drop by Mack, and he's looking at interference. Oh, yes! Interference on number 20 McCarthy all over Special. And Special did not hesitate over the line.
No, Dan Special did a great job of getting position. He sealed the defensive lineman off, did a great job and really waited for it. Big miscue again, like you talked about, Mike, coming out in this 3rd quarter.
That's great. Another mistake here by the Tigers' opponents.
Aggressive football is one thing. You want to see your team play aggressive. You don't want to be stupid.
No, and they have been.
I think so, too. It's like they're trying to be intimidating.
It's to a point where it's getting out of hand almost. It's costing your team.
So it's 1st and 10 here at the 35-yard line. 10:27 to go here in the 3rd. One lone setback. Matt gets it, and we have a whistle.
I think we jumped on the right side
We
of the
got
line.
decent yardage, 2 or 3 there.
That fly is going to be against the Tigers.
Dang it.
Right now, we got to not get excited. We have to just stay calm and execute. That's been our bugaboo. I think our execution has hurt us some.
So a 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 at the 40-yard line.
And sometimes physical do that to you. You get a little antsy as you're blocking and want to get off the football quickly.
So Anthony out, Special back in. High formation, Jones to the left, Special at the top. Back, and he's going deep drop again. He's looking to the short man this time, John up, out of the backfield, he's still up, and he is tackled at about the 32-yard line.
Now, that's Tiger football.
Very good play, got the fullback on a little crossing route, and John a very strong run. He got about 7 or 8 of those.
And Special downfield blocking for him.
Yep, got 7 yards out of the play.
So that'll make it about 2nd and 8 here for the Tigers at the 34. Pass interference penalty was big in this drive.
And an unsportsmanlike on the kickoff.
Yep.
2 big penalties against them.
Receivers to the left. McLaughlin back. He's looking to his left. Short again to Jonathan field. But he is wrapped up on a good open field tackle there by number 32.
Jones got turned around and really missed his block here on the near side. He was turned around and was really looking still force somebody to block.
Well, and they had two guys coming off that far side who were coming. I mean, McLaughlin did a nice job to keep his composure and get that throw off.
Really two down territory now.
So the Tigers only gained about a yard there. And it's a big critical third down, 3rd and 7 here with 9 minutes left in the third. Lone setback is Jonathan. McLaughlin back to Jonathan. Jones back to Woodard. What in the world? It's a Sandlot High School play. And Woodard's still on his feet.
3 handoffs on that
Double
play.
reverse. That was the longest double reverse I've ever seen. It was an interesting call, but it took so long to develop. You can tell they've not run that in a game this year.
And no gain on the play?
No, got a couple.
No, I got a couple. Okay.
That play was so slow. It looked like me tying my
And they
shoes.
still almost broke it with the strength of Woodard.
That looked like that play where, Jimmy, you go down to the Chevy and turn right.
That's right.
It did confuse the Mustangs, too, because they were, for the first time, not attacking and standing around watching.
But the Tigers did gain some yardage out of it, and it's 4th and 3 here as the Tigers are going for it.
First down would be huge here.
High formation. McLaughlin hands off to Jonathan. Trying to get outside. There, an excellent tackle by number 20, McCarthy, and has he been big for St. Rita on both sides of the ball.
Wow.
That McCarthy kid is a defender now, I'm telling you.
He got a hold of Jonathan, drove him back, and the Tigers turned the ball over on down.
They haven't missed a tackle.
No, it's tough going anywhere we go. We only went 20 yards there. Got most of it on a penalty.
Let's see, though, if we can continue our second quarter momentum on defense.
High formation for the Mustangs. Back to pass, looking short, and nice catch by number 84, and that's Bob Kelly, the tight end.
Don't they have a well-conceived passing game?
They do.
They bring people underneath, they clear out, and then they bring people underneath.
Has Miles missed a pass play today?
5 of 5.
5 of 5.
That one takes him over 100 yards on the afternoon through the air.
So he's really been sharp today, and the difference for these Mustangs on offense.
It's the real deal.
So it's 1st and 10 now. Good yardage gain there. Right on the 46. High formation, Miles back, he's looking to pass again. Now he takes off running.
That's a block in the back on Lowry.
Yes, it is, but no call, no flag. Lowry was blocked illegally in the back.
He tripped him up.
Yeah.
But
not much yardage gain there.
I mean, how can you miss that? The play's right in front of you.
can't they clip, though, within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage?
I don't
Push
think
in the
so.
back? No.
That's an illegal block. So 2nd and 8 here for the Mustangs. Receivers to the right, one to the left, high formation. Miles back, looking to throw left. He's throwing, and it is
No.
incomplete is the call. It was hard to tell it initially.
That was a nice route.
Yes, it was.
They find the open seams in the zone.
And McCarthy did a nice job. He made his cut, then came back toward the ball, back towards the quarterback. That's a deep out. That's a hard throw.
And credit the offensive line.
Yes. You know,
Another big 3rd down.
3rd and 8 here. And the Mustangs have converted some big 3rd down plays in this game.
This 3rd down situation's been our downfall this afternoon.
Tigers need to put a stop on here. 4 wideouts, 1 to the slot, 2 on the right. Straight back. He got him. He's tackled.
Shouldn't be, because it looked like he didn't get his face mask. He came back from behind.
There is a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag down.
Oh, I didn't see it.
We're going to decline it. It's on them.
Oh, okay. All right, you gotta love it.
McCarty, I saw him signaling. Great time to blitz for the Tigers. We were talking at halftime. No, Anthony. Reggie Anthony played an awesome first half. He started this 3rd quarter just as well.
But you see the way he wrapped him up. He made sure. He had him high and was holding on.
So it's a 4th down punt here on 4 and 17. And Stanring is back to punt for the Mustangs. I don't think there's much doubt they're going to punt here.
Oh,
They get it almost.
No,
put down
The
about
official,
the 31-yard
the
line.
official here was pointing right away to the kicker. No. We almost got to it. It looked like Keller, I think, from the
That's
outside.
twice we've been in on a punt.
Here comes Riccardi now onto the offensive side. Why, guys, have they gone away from their balance, running and passing? They've gone so predictable.
Yeah.
You can tell each time that St. Rita is just looking to throw.
It's too early for them to start trying to grind the clock down.
So the Tigers begin here on their own 32-yard line.
And we
6:20 left in the third.
We haven't done much offensively today. Riccardi's in at fullback.
McLaughlin, and the ball is given to Woodard, the deep back, and he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He's not getting any room to run.
As the Mustangs string it out nicely.
We're not pushing them back off the line of scrimmage at all.
Nope.
They're standing our blockers up, then shedding them and making the play.
So 2nd and 10 here. And we haven't had a score since, what, midway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
We have
About 8 minutes to go.
5:50 left here in the third.
Yeah, we scored 11 minutes, about 11-minute mark. 5 wideouts.
No one in the backfield. 5 wideouts. McLaughlin
There we
passing
go.
to his right. Got good blocking downfield. And Jones is going all the way. 1 man to beat. He's trying to catch up to him. Jones is trying down the right to beat. The biggest play of the day.
Would be passes.
Oh, man. But you know what? You see that? Jones had room to make a play out.
And it was great blocking downfield.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous by the wideouts. Huge extra point here.
That was no accident.
Although we have somebody hurt. I guess that's Jones that's hurt, that has his helmet off, that's laying in the end zone. Looks like a cramp maybe. They're working on a leg.
Yeah, I think so.
He is still down.
It is Adam.
We're looking right into the sun here. It's hard to tell.
It's Jones.
Big extra point.
But as Todd said, a critical extra point here.
Boy, we needed that kind of play. We really needed
This crowd involved, getting kind of St. Rita back on their heels a little bit.
So Jones is still down here. And it does seem like a cramp.
Well, it's not going to be a typical Tiger game today. We're not going to grind it out on the ground against these guys.
Well, our first drive was 10 plays for 60 yards. This drive, 2 plays, 68, and then a 68-yard touchdown pass from McLaughlin to Jones.
Jones is up now. He's walking. Jones has made some excellent grabs today. And he's been the key to this offense
He has
today.
over 100 yards receiving today.
Yeah, 2 touchdown
122,
passes.
4 catches, 122.
For 2 touchdowns.
And the other one was a big third down conversion, a one-handed grab.
Oh, man.
So what an uplifting score here. A fan rouser. And now the critical extra point. We're about ready to go here.
Just like every other one, guys.
Bertle
Just take-
snap, special down, Broom kicks, up and good. We're tied. 13-14.
First time since that big drive.
5:28 left here in the third.
Momentum's wearing an orange shirt right
Wearing
now.
orange and black right now.
Got that right.
But lots of football to be played.
And once again in the hands of this Tiger defense, right? I think where Doherty and his staff would like it to be.
I think so, too. And I think that on that particular play, you know, you have to give credit to Tim and his staff
Oh, yeah.
for looking in the playbook and saying, okay, we're not going to run the ball
Well,
today.
we had to open it up, and it's working.
Yeah, we're not going to run the ball today.
And there's a lot of heroes this afternoon
Oh,
so
gosh.
far. See if there's any more to go here.
I'll tell you
The
what.
final 18 minutes.
I'll nominate number 5.
I'll take 5. I'll take number 10 coming back from his hit. There's a bunch of Reggie Anthony has to be.
I'll
There's
take those
not a lot of
lines.
time left, don't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but still.
Broom's kicking off here. The winner of this game next week in Champaign, a Memorial Stadium to take on Mount Prospect.
Boy, the way this game started, we could have folded our tent and gone home.
Miles is all the way back now.
No quit.
We're not kicking
It's
to
a
him.
short right kick. It's taken at about the 10. Comes up the left sideline. He's tackled.
Riccardi.
At about the 22-yard line, Riccardi tripped him up. And that's where the Mustangs will begin, first and 10.
That's what we need. Boy, wouldn't a 3 and out be big here?
Oh, how about
Huge.
turnover?
Huge.
Not greedy, but let's take one.
The Tigers. It took them a while to get started
Where's
here.
Milan? Third quarter's usually been his.
And a joint
For interception. Yep.
High formation for the Mustangs. Miles under center. And it's to the tailback.
Malashevsky.
He's nowhere to go. Yeah, Justin Lowry.
Lowry made the hit, but Malashevsky drug it out.
Malachewski's been big all day.
He pushed that play to the
Yes,
outside.
he did. He misdirected it, and Lowry finished it.
He took that blocker on and just made him go outside into the pursuit.
The first time really today that we've gotten this Velasquez too.
That's right. So the momentum is wearing orange and black.
I'll tell you what, though, their play calling,
Suspect, isn't it?
right now it is.
Second and 11. They lost a yard on that play. High formation. McCarthy closest to your screen on the wideout. And they hand off.
It's a fumble. No.
Stay with him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to be late hit.
No, it won't. It won't be a late hit.
Johnny from the outside pushing him away, but what an athlete.
Jones had him around the neck. I was afraid they were going to drop a flag on that.
How did he get away? I thought he lost the ball. It's very hard to see into the sun
And
here.
he is so strong.
Yeah, he's
He
strong.
is strong.
It's close to a first down depending on the spot.
I mean, when you hit this kid, you better make sure.
Yeah.
I tell you, Miles has been their savior all day on offense.
Third and 1.
It'll be fullback time now here in third and 1.
I think they'll just pound it.
Yep.
Flag.
And it's
No.
Parker.
I'm
Parker,
sorry,
the fullback.
I saw something fly in the air. It was
Football.
a water bottle.
Oh, what about him?
And it looks like he's going to have the first down. Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's first and 10 here about the 36-yard line of the Mustangs. 4:11 left in the third. Long count. Miles rolls out to his right, stops. Now he's trying to come back in against the grain. He is met and tackled by Robs,
He is strong.
and he is strong. He gained about 4 yards on that play.
He's dangerous on those broken plays.
And that's all they're doing now. I mean, that's really all they're doing, rolling him out and letting him make plays.
And he gets in the open field, he's a handful. What'd he gain on that? 6?
6.
7. They gave him 6.
So it's second and 4 now.
He does not go down on the first hit.
You got a gang tackle him, swarming to the football.
Ball at about the 43 of the Mustangs. Miles takes a snap, hands off to the tailback. Not much there, only a couple.
Hardy there, Robbins there, along with Hawk.
And it's going to be 3rd and 4.
Both the middle linebackers have done the job here in the third quarter.
So another big third down play here. 3rd and 3 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Any doubt they'll roll out Miles?
No, I don't have no doubt. We're going to have to key on Miles here. He's been their big playmaker. High formation, receiver to the left, tight end to the right. Miles gets it back, and he's looking to pass. He does pass.
Great coverage, good catch.
Great coverage and a good catch and
Oh,
a
you
good
ain't kidding.
throw
Good
by
catch.
Miles. That was an excellent throw and an excellent catch by number 20. That's McCarthy.
They're starting to gain momentum again, moving the chains.
Woodard was wearing that kid like a shirt, and he
I'll
made the
tell you,
catch.
This Miles and McCarthy, they are something. They're close to D1 prospects.
The best we've seen.
Yeah, 2:29 left here. 1st and 10 at the 40. The Tiger 40. Miles back, the tailback.
That was Riccardi.
Not much there.
He finds so many seams in the middle of blockers coming at him that it looks like the running back is getting upfield, and all of a sudden Riccardi drags him down.
So 2nd and 8 here. 2 minutes left in the third.
It's been a really quickly played ball game.
Knotted up here at 14. High formation. Mr. Miles under center, back, a quick snap out to the right, number 33. Oh, he eluded one tackler, got out of bounds. It's going to be
Jones again, cramping up.
Going to be just shy of the first down, I
He's
believe.
having trouble with it.
Yeah, he's stretching out there after he fell down, trying to limp back on the field.
Yeah, it's about a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 here.
It's first down.
First and 10. Okay, they did make the first down. Miles back, hands off to the tailback. Oh! He slipped away from Hall, but Riccardi straights him out. An excellent job. They're going to lose about a yard on the play.
How many times, though, have we missed that first tackle today?
We
Yes,
have.
we have.
But credit Jumper staying in his lane, and he waited for back pursuit and Riccardi to get there.
So the clock running here.
You can
2nd
tell
and 10.
they're used to a hard-hitting ball game, too. They don't fumble or put it on the turf too often. That was a big, strong hit.
Under a minute left here in the third. Mustangs on a drive.
Gotta keep thinking something's gonna happen.
Empty backfield. Now 33 gets it on the reverse. Gained about 3 yards maybe.
That kid's got some wheels. He's fast.
Anthony pushed him out of bounds. He is really quick. That's the Tom McLean.
Ball's going to be on about the 23-yard line.
He's a little guy, but he's quick.
And they list him at 5'7", 160. Tigers could use a big, big stop here.
Another big critical 3rd down play, 3rd and 6.
Already in field goal range.
That'd be a 40-yarder.
High formation. Receivers to the right. Miles under center. He drops back. Here they go. Good rush.
Jump it off.
Dump it off to number 23. He's Hardy! Yes!
And he showed himself to be a top-notch player this season.
That's going to bring us
Scouts
down
here.
Yep.
They'll try and kick here.
Yeah.
I think
That will probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be 4th and 4 here.
Well, they have the win with them this way.
No, they're not calling any timeouts. And they're going to let the
37-yarder. He was kicking him long enough from here.
clock's going to run out here in the 3rd.
Now,
I'm surprised at this.
So, at the end of 3 quarters of play here at the sports complex, the score is 14-14 in a semifinal game, and you're watching it here on ECTV, Channel 6.
Why'd they do that? Well, we played 3 and haven't settled anything yet. Now it's 4th and 4 on the Tiger 20. The Mustangs ostensibly will try a field goal.
watch the trick play in this situation.
2 of the 3 of us here think there could be a fake here.
He's got a strong leg, but you never know.
He's, where's the ball spotted? 25?
And watch
Oh,
Miles.
20.
Watch Miles. He's the holder.
So this is about a 35-yard attempt.
He's kicking it. He didn't get it. Wasn't even close.
He played from the beginning. That kicker was not set. He wasn't ready.
Nope. Now, we saw that exact same kick in warm-ups. He was kicking a lot through from that distance.
I was very surprised they even tried to kick it.
Yeah, I know, but Miles was not settled back there as the holder.
We have 80 yards to go.
I didn't think Miles was settled as the holder back there either. He kept looking at stuff, and I don't know.
Well, about 12 minutes to decide this one.
Well,
Well, we need our patented Tiger drive, don't we?
there's what we needed, is a stop. First and 10 for the Tigers. Very short gain on that play.
That was Woodard.
We've not played a team this season that closes holes as quickly as this Mustang team.
We're looking right into the sun here. Dead into it. We could have overtime today. This game very much unlike the other Class 7A traffic blew out in Bolingbrook. 2, Woodard gets 1 block, but that's nothing. The block, they didn't hold the block long enough, and then the defense strung him out. Just cannot get anything going in the running game today.
Once again, it brings up a passing situation for the Tigers.
Trying to save Jones a little bit. He's had cramp trouble after that long touchdown catch.
Well, and he's taken some hits today, too. 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers at their own 22. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left in regulation.
And Riccardi's in the backfield for the Tigers, as he was in the last play.
He hasn't run the ball yet today, but they won't do anything with the fullback here, I don't think. Play action, pump fake, downfield throw for special, and covered.
Excellent coverage
by the Mustangs very well. John McCarthy and Velasquez, I think, 32. No, Knapstein. Double covered. They have our deep guy doubled up every time.
And now they have the field position.
Tigers just couldn't do anything with it offensively after the stop. Now they will kick it away. 10:31 left in regulation. Pretty good punt by McLaughlin. Fielded, now handed to McCarthy. He's across the 45. He's got some room on the far side. He got a block.
That should have been a flag there.
Jones is hurt.
Jones was hit in the back.
Big run back. Adam Jones was clipped.
Oh, he was hit in the back on that run back. It should have been a flag right there.
This is more than a cramp here.
Yeah.
We could all see that very clearly from up here. No, it's a cramp. They're just working on the leg. Adam's really cramping up right, though. Cramping up right now.
Well, they got the field position, though.
Sure did.
Out of it.
Well, they tried to play, and it worked for them, but...
Well, I guess McLaughlin's going to take his spot.
It'll be interesting to see if they go right at him. This has been a hard-hitting ball game, to say the least.
Yeah, this St. Rita team, they hit. They don't care how they hit.
No.
They're still working on Adam Jones. We'll just stay here with this. 10:17 left in regulation. We're tied at 14. St. Rita has the ball 1st and 10 on the Tiger 32 after the big punt return by McCarthy. Well, I tell you what, they've got some football players on that team, too. This has been an excellent semifinal game. Tigers got here by virtue of wins over the Lake Forest Scouts. Then they beat the Chicago Hubbard Park Mustangs. No, Morgan Park Mustangs, pardon me. Then they beat the #1 seed in the bracket, Chicago Hubbard, last week, 7-0. And now they're taking on number 20, St. Rita, who plays in that very tough Catholic Blue Conference. Metro Catholic Blue Conference. It looks like we might be a while here, so I guess we better take a break. This is Tiger Football on ECTV Channel 6. Adam Jones gets up and walks toward the bench. He's been having trouble with cramps all day. And now St. Rita with great field position, 1st and 10 at the Tiger 32.
See if they go back to the running game.
Parker and Velasquez behind Miles in the eye. Snap, they turn, fake, play action, Miles looking, throwing. And, it almost picked off. We were noting before the game, as we watched the teams warm up, Miles throws the ball hard.
He does.
And that time it went off the hands of the intended receiver and almost picked off on the tip.
They've made some adjustments in their offensive line. We were getting to Miles in that 3rd quarter. Not right now.
2nd and 10 from the Tiger 32. 10-11 left in regulation. Miles back to throw. Steps up, throws
He's
the
open.
deep.
He was hit. Great play by Woodard.
I think Mylan Woodard got a hand on it. by Mylan Woodard.
Woo!
That ball was thrown on a line.
We need to get some pressure in his face here.
Third down now and 10. This is where they like to roll him out. Big play for the Tiger defense.
Take a
Timeout taken by the Mustangs. Man, Mylan Woodard made a huge play.
This last minute 50 is taking forever.
Seems like it.
10 minutes left.
Well, we've had, what, 2 incomplete passes now, and I'm just worried about, I think where they're most dangerous is when they roll Miles out, and then he has the run-pass option.
He's not bad in the pocket either. I mean, he can
No,
get
he's
it there.
not. Oh, man, and can he throw it?
He's a good player.
You couldn't ask for much more. 14
I think he's
here.
a much better player than the kid from Morgan Park. That's Fields, Jerome Fields. That's going
He's the
to
best
Indiana.
quarterback we've seen, I think, in the postseason.
too.
Next to the, this year.
Now, Antoine Doby was just as dangerous as he is.
Right.
He was just a runner. Same strength, very quick.
Well, the timeout is over. Third and 10 from the Tiger 32. A huge play for the Edwardsville Tigers right here. Crowd is up. Motion. Full start.
We moved as
Right
well.
tackle.
We moved as well on the right side. False start.
Yep, that right tackle raised up.
Our right side moved as well at the same time.
They went in motion. They came in motion across the formation, and that right tackle lifted the hand. Now it's third and 15.
Also credit the Tiger crowd. They got very loud right before he was going to snap the football.
Yeah, our crowd is into the game today. Third and 15. They're dangerous in these situations.
Yeah.
Miles dropped.
Here comes Anthony.
Pressured.
Not going to get it.
Incomplete. Fourth and 15 on the 37. Now what will they do?
They'll go for it here.
They got to go for it. They're too far, walk too far away from the field goal. They got to go for it.
Boy, I don't know. I'd punt it and see if we can get them down there pinned.
Yeah, they're bringing a new unit on. It looks like it's a punt unit. I'm sure the Tigers will decide to play their regular defense. Jones back out there now.
Yeah, we cannot have a penalty. We can't rub the kicker.
McLaughlin did a very nice job there subbing in.
Yes, he did.
Remember, that punter's a backed up quarterback also.
This time, do they spread out like they have been? No. Looks like they're playing a safe low snap. The kick is
Get that
off.
thing in the end
Get in
zone.
the end zone, baby. Jones, fair catch.
Boy, is he ever close to Jones.
They're supposed to give you a 3-yard halo. And we take over
First
first and 10 on our 10.
They're content to play a field position battle, and why not? The way their defense is played. Do
Oh,
we
I
have
know.
another big play? This one will have to be about over 90 yards for a score, 93.
I didn't think they were going to punt.
I didn't either.
Jones coming out again.
I mean, I thought they were going to punt. I had no question that they were going to punt this
I
late in
didn't
the game.
think there was. I didn't think they were going to punt.
I did.
Surprised me.
We have to show them we can move the football here.
First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 7. James McLaughlin, the junior quarterback. Gets the snap, turns, looks. Now they give to Jonup, and Jonup has had no chance today.
Nope.
There's been nothing there.
He has just had no chance at all. He's usually good to break a long run each game, and not today. In fact, there was a loss, no gain on the play, second and 10. Paul Jonup, great duty, tells us has 12 yards on 8 carries, well below his season average. Option,
Keep it.
McLaughlin cuts up, McLaughlin still up.
Close to a first down.
Very close.
I think he has it. Tiger sideline says he has it. What a great decision by the Tiger junior quarterback.
Good read on that play. A good read on that play.
First down.
The education of James McLaughlin continues. 9-10 left in regulation. First and 10 for the Tigers at their own 19. That was, Craig says, that's our longest running play in the game. 12 yards by our quarterback. They've optioned to Woodard on the left side. Woodard gets around one, and they string it out. He's still up. Driven out of bounds, and a penalty is going to go against the Tigers.
Guys coming back.
8:41 left in regulation. Holding against the Tigers. We haven't had that many. So, 1st and 20 from the 9. That hurt. No, I'm sorry. 1st and 20 from the 9. Oh, now they move it up to the 11. 1st and 20 from our 11. Penalty hurts.
Yep.
McLaughlin fakes, looks, throws downfield. Well covered. They have everything covered downfield. Intended receiver was Jack Darlington.
And they do a nice job really underneath coverage too. We've only thrown there 1 or 2 times today, but even on those, they've had people there to make the play in the tackle.
Darlington wasn't even looking for the ball on that play.
Well, I think he just kind of threw to the middle, and Special and Darlington were,
I think it was a busted play.
2nd and 20 from our 11. 8:35 left. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. The berth in the state championship game on the line. McLaughlin pitching to Woodard. He got the block. Oh, Malashevsky made his block, but they are so quick to the football.
They just string that out so well. They've been doing that all day.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long. We just can't get anything going offensively. The big play to Adam Jones tying the game was it. 68-yard reception and touchdown.
Jones coming in again.
Another pass play.
Well, you can be sure they're going to be following him wherever he goes. Wide outs to the near side here, Jones and Special. McLaughlin looks to throw, rush, pressure, gets it off.
Picked off! Dropped it! Oh, it was almost picked off, and they almost caught it.
That was a dangerous play.
That brings up 4th and very long hunting situation for the Tigers. Oh, man.
Could have gone either way. Instead, it was nothing. But again, they'll get great field position.
We'll take the nothing out of that.
They're going to have it probably closer to an end zone than they've had it in the last 2 times they've touched it.
They should get the ball on our side of the field.
They should have excellent
They may be coming after it.
Punts off. It's high.
On a fair catch, got a great kick.
At midfield, right at
kick by
50.
McLaughlin. Good kick.
And
high.
Now the Mustangs take over 1st and 10 at midfield. This game started out all St. Rita. The Tigers have scrapped their way back into it.
It's the scrappy, gritty Tigers again, as they've been every game this year.
They could have easily folded up the tents and said, forget it, we're not going to do it today. But
That's not this Tiger team.
no,
though, is
there's
it?
no quitting in this team. We need a stop.
That's what we talked about, though. It's that tough.
They're going to take their 2nd timeout because they were confused with personnel.
That'll work.
Park took the timeout.
That'll work.
I mean, St. Rita.
Yep, that's their 2nd this half.
Well, we'll take that.
That could be critical.
7:36 left in regulation. Edwardsville and St. Rita tied at 14 in this semifinal.
Jones is still out there stretching.
He is. He's had trouble with those legs all day.
He's a gamer. He wants to play.
Well, I tell you what, this couldn't be it. I mean, what a great game. By far the most physical team we've seen this year,
Yep.
by far.
Everything they're cracked up to be, and a great representative of their conference, just like the Tigers have been.
Their offensive, defensive lines, and their quarterback, and that McCarthy, that's been the difference. Heads up ball player.
And a very good football tradition late in school up there. I mean, St. Rita has won one championship.
Now, going 4 wideouts again, actually doubling up here on the near side.
got something up here.
Don't forget about Miles in this situation.
Here we go, 1st and 10 at midfield. Motion to the right, inside handoff. 33 is quick. Man, is he fast.
First down.
That's McLean. McLean, he is fast. They have had some success with that play today, too.
Yeah, they made a first down out of that.
The second half, especially the end of the 3rd quarter into this 4th quarter, has turned into a field position game. Motion again, handoff
There he goes.
again.
The other way.
McLean gets behind the defenders. There's going to be a flag on it. It's going to come back.
Touchdown,